Hey, Astra Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the conjunction of Saturn and Rahu. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, firstly, how do you interpret this conjunction of Saturn and Rahu in the natal chart? Well, it's very important to see this in the D1 Rashi chart, but you also want to see the strength of this in the D9 Navamsa, and the final say will always be in the D60. It's also extremely important to see the sign placement to see which element this is placed in the chart, along with the house position as well. And some things that can potentially change this conjunction are additional planets with the conjunction or planets aspecting to the conjunction. So what does Saturn represent? Saturn has everything to do with our past life karmas, some of the difficult karmas that we have accumulated. And so Saturn shows the areas where we need to pay off that karmic debt. Saturn brings all sorts of delays, obstacles, restrictions, loss, sorrow into our lives, but Saturn also rewards us when we put in the work, the effort, and when we have patience and ethical behavior. This becomes extremely important. Rahu also is a planet that is all about our ambitions, our desires in life, our obsessions. It is the area where we want to achieve in this lifetime. Rahu also represents illusions, all sorts of cheating, deceptive behavior, taking shortcuts in life, and it represents everything that is foreign or unknown to us, including foreign lands, foreign cultures. So what happens then when Rahu is conjunct with Saturn? Well, this is an excellent position for material success, but there can be a lot of mental difficulties that come with this as well. Rahu conjunct Saturn definitely can help in acquiring wealth and prominence with this placement. It can bring a lot of wealth depending upon where it is placed in the chart. At the same time, though, it brings a feeling of inner restriction that tends to come from a very early age in life. And this can make you feel very frustrated, as if you're unable to move in the direction that you want, or things are not unfolding how you would like them to. There can be a feeling of impatience even with this conjunction. But definitely the more patient you are, the better this will play out for you in your chart. This placement sometimes can also give some issues related to the family, to the early childhood situation. There can be all sorts of difficulties related to the relationship with the father, with anyone really in a position of authority, because definitely this conjunction is going to make you think differently, approach life differently. You have your own path. You don't follow the crowd when you have Rahu conjunct with Saturn. This placement, though, again, can bring a lot of psychological difficulties. There can be all sorts of fears, obsessions that can come in with this conjunction. So definitely there is a need to pay close attention to mental health when you have this placed in your chart. Another thing to watch out for is taking too many shortcuts in life. You can find yourself getting into some difficult situations when you take the unethical path. So very important to avoid any kind of shortcuts. This placement sometimes can give way to doing illegal actions or taking shortcuts to gain wealth in life. So this is something that you want to be careful of. Definitely, though, it's going to make you a very practical person. You're very clever, very intellectual, and this allows you to gain great success in life. This allows you to approach life in a very different and unique way. One thing that you want to watch out for with this conjunction as well, particularly if this is in the second house of speech, is lying, exaggerating with this placement can get you into some trouble as well. Very important to be honest, to take the right path in life. This is extremely important. Along with this conjunction can bring a great deal of knowledge. You have the ability to learn any subject in great depth. You can be very skilled with research when you have Saturn conjunct with Rahu. And in particular, this can get you interested into occult knowledge, into astrology, into all sorts of secretive information, because both Saturn and Rahu have a secretive nature to them. Best remedy for this conjunction will also be to lean more into Saturn rather than Rahu. So incorporating some level of patience, of hard work, of taking the right path in life is going to be extremely important. Leaning too much into Rahu can create some disturbance for you for sure. This conjunction is going to be very prominent in the chart when it's placed in the Kendra houses of the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th house. So if you have this placed in the first house of the chart, there can be some health related issues, both physically and mentally, with this placement for sure. You definitely want to pay close attention to your health if you have this conjunction here. This also can create some issues of fear, of low self-esteem sometimes even. So a need to work on your confidence and your thinking. Definitely having a more positive outlet of putting in work, of putting in discipline, being patient, and seeing your goals through can help you to succeed. Some definite obstacles here in this first house, but pushing through these obstacles and taking the right path in life can help you eventually with this conjunction. If you have it placed in the fourth house of the chart, it can create all sorts of disturbances in the home environment. There can be a lot of difficulty in the early childhood experience. And in particular, this can create obstacles in relationship with the mother. There can be a feeling of restriction, of all sorts of conflicts in the home situation. If you have it placed in the seventh house of the chart, then that can create some obstacles in finding the right partner in life. There can be some issues with deception or underhanded things happening in relationships as well. So be very careful about who you're getting into a relationship with this conjunction for sure. Taking your time to get to know people and to really understand who they are before jumping headfirst into relationships can be very helpful. This could even indicate a partner from a foreign background, depending upon how the chart is set up. If you have it placed in the 10th house of the chart, then there can be some issues related to the career as well. There can be all sorts of situations related to manipulation, deception, things happening behind the scenes sometimes. This could be related to the boss, to colleagues with this placement, but definitely there's a need for caution. At the same time, though, because you're a very ambitious person, very hardworking, driven in this 10th house, you can gain a lot of success and recognition. If you have it placed in a fire sign, this can make you very impatient, which can lead to a lot of frustration in life, sometimes even depression, anxiety with this position. So definitely there's a need to focus heavily on your mental health when you have it placed in a fire sign, and learn to incorporate some patience. This can help you with seeing your goals through. If you have this placed in an earth sign, then this is going to make you very much materially inclined and can help you to gain a lot of wealth with this position, again, depending upon how this is placed in the chart. If you have it placed in the air sign, it means that your relationships become very important to you, but at the same time, you can run into some conflicts in relationships. If you have it placed in a water sign, then it's definitely going to help you with spirituality, with occult knowledge. It can give you great insight into the hidden subjects for sure. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you like this, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.